Hey guys, I'm going to teach you how to get your pet music together and ready for the games. So this is going to be a three-step process involving three main things. So the first main thing you're going to need is obviously your music, right? We're making flip folders so you can read your music in the stand. So get your music out. It should be in a packet. You got this at Bork, and if you weren't at Bork, you just don't have your music. That's alright. Just save this video for later for when you have your music and are ready to go. The second main thing you're going to need to make this is the flip folder. Okay, it involves two parts. It's this black plastic back, which your lyre will attach to, and we'll talk about lyres later, and then the folders, like the pages, right? And the third main thing you'll need in order to get your pet music ready is a lyre. Okay, we'll talk more about these later on, as these are instrument specific and sometimes hard to figure out. So the first step in getting your pet music ready starts with your music. All right, we need to figure out how many flip folder pages you're going to need in your flip folder, and that starts with counting how many chunks do we have in our packet, okay, for our part. In these parts, our directors have really thoughtfully put all the music in flip folder page size chunks, so you don't have to do a lot, all right? You're just counting how many chunks are in my packet. So I know some of you have an alternate part, which looks kind of like this, where it's enlarged font, which unfortunately doesn't work in the flip folder pages. As you can see, the music kind of shuts out too far. So if you're in this case, you're gonna have to hit pause on this folder making adventure, unless you have a printer and are willing to print music. And if that's the case, ask your section leader for the normal stand music packet, or if they don't know, they'll ask their drum major and we'll be able to help you out. Once you figured out how many flip folder pages you're going to need to accommodate all your pet band music for your part in the packet, it's time to go to the store. In terms of stores, I highly recommend going to Becox, as I know for a fact that they have thousands of flip folder pages in stock right now. They have the actual flip folder back in stock. They have all the different types of lyres that you could possibly need for your instrument type, okay? Go to whatever store you're used to, okay, but if all else fails, definitely hit up Becox. Regardless of the store you go to, you're going to need to get three things, okay? First of all, you're going to need to get the flip folder back. Okay, these often come separate from the pages, right? The thing about these is that they're universal across instruments for the most part, okay? So it's not like I'm getting a trumpet-specific one or a clarinet-specific one. All right, this part of it is pretty much the same across the board, okay? Oftentimes, these come with several flip folder pages, but not enough to accommodate all your music, so you're going to have to get several more pages. Okay, so that's the second thing. The first thing is this part. The second thing is getting the additional pages that you're going to need to accommodate all that music. One thing to note when you're figuring out how many flip folder pages you're going to need is that they are double-sided. So say my music packet has 8 chunks of music, which you would think is 8 pages. Technically, you could get 4 windows, right, as each window holds 2 chunks of music. I do not recommend this at all, just as if you end up doing that, you're going to have music on the side, and even if you're flipping this way, you'll still have music on the other side, which means that if I call a number that ends up being on this side of your folder, you're going to end up having to flip and unclip your folder from your lyre and do some like acrobatics just to get to the right number, which takes a lot of time. This is really inconvenient, but like I said, they are double-sided, so you can take advantage of that if you need. The third thing you're getting is a lyre. Okay, they kind of look like this. Okay, for the most part, yours is going to look something like this at the top. Okay, the thing about these is that these are not instrument or universal across instruments. They're instrument specific, and meaning there could be multiple types. Like these two are just for trumpet. Okay, there's multiple types of lyres per instrument oftentimes. So here, I recommend taking your horn into the store with you so you can get it right the first time. If you're unable to do so, or regardless of if you take the horn in, here are some tips and info on how to get the lyre, or get the right lyre the first time you go in. Starting with a little clamp. Right, this is where I went wrong my freshman year, just because I had a lyre that came with my instrument and it wasn't from Becox, and so it caused problems. So if that's the case, make sure you're paying attention. If you go to Becox and you buy a lyre from them, their lyres should fit their flip folders that they sell, okay? Do you see these two little plastic bits? Your lyre on the back, you need to make sure that when it clips in, it locks like that, okay? So if you have like a flat backed lyre or something where the back is not compatible with these two plastic bits, you're gonna have to find a different lyre, okay? Because if it doesn't lock in like that, your music is just gonna be falling all over the place as you try to play, okay? Moving on to like the stem and the part where it attaches to your instrument, this is important, especially for any instrument where the stem is going into some kind of like compartment, I guess. to secure itself to your instrument. Not all instruments have places for a lyre like stem just to be inserted right there and secured down. Lyres go around lead pipes, on bells, on arms, around segments of your instrument, and because it's so so much different for different instruments, like I said before, I recommend you take your horn in to the music store when you're getting all your other things and ask one of those experts over there to help you out and find the perfect match for your instrument. If you don't have your horn on you or aren't able to go to the store, ask your section leader. They're the experts on the instrument you play, and they've gone through this multiple years, and they've been able to help other people, and they definitely can help you. So definitely reach out and ask if you have any questions. It's really important that you get the right one so your music does not go flying as you play in the stands. Now that you've gone to the store, you've gotten the correct amount of flip folder pages, you've gotten the back to your flip folder, you've gotten the correct lyre that fits your instrument the best, it is time to put all the things together to actually make the folder, right? First things first, you're gonna take your music, and now is the time to get out your scissors and start cutting, okay? You're gonna get your scissors, and you're gonna cut along the edge of this, okay? Keep it pretty close, not too close where you're cutting off notes or, clefs or anything, but just around, okay? And hold up your flip folder page and just make sure that you're getting the sizing right, okay? You don't want it to overlap or be too small, right? And make sure you're cutting the entire page, not in between each line, as that can get tedious and then the pages can just slip and fall in front of each other. All right, so just cut out each chunk of your packet and your part, and then move to step 2, okay? Step 2 will be putting, this one's already simple, but once you have the pages cut out, right, you're gonna take your flip folder. So you can see there's like this black piece of paper, and then there's this like clear plastic filament, and the plastic filament on the other side is it's double-sided. You're gonna take your music, you're gonna make sure it's faced upwards, right, up, and you're gonna slide it in. Okay, just like that, just in, and that's it. And then you're gonna turn the page, and you're gonna do it on that next page. If you're doing double-sided, there's a lot of ways you can do it. I think probably doing the first set and then flipping it and doing the next numbers might be the best option. I really don't do that. I don't know. Do what's best and makes sense the most for you. If you guys have any questions regarding how to get this together, how to get your music, if you need a different part, if you have an alternate part, or if you just lost your music, reach out to your section leaders and ask for music. If you can print it, make sure you indicate that so they can just send you a file. If not, that's okay. We might be able to bring some music to the game on Thursday. If not, don't worry. There's so many people around you who will definitely be able to share music. If you're financially unable to get all the materials needed for the flip folder and lyre, that's okay. We do have limited resources available and might be able to provide you with the things you'll need. If this is the case for you, please reach out to your section leader or your drum major and be specific about the parts you need, and we'll see if we can help you out. All right, if you do need a lyre or flip folder or pages or anything like that, let us know as soon as possible so we can look through our little inventory of stuff and see if we have the right materials for you. Well, I hope this video helped you get your Pepe music all ready to go for this upcoming football season. Speaking of which, our first game is this Thursday night, so we hope to see you there.